Right off the bat, I've got to say that you come across as extremely knowledgeable on the subject. I would say downright professional. Like, I feel like asking you to actually do this for some association. Like, that's the way you come across. You have this confidence, and the confidence seemed to have come, a part of it is just not your natural confidence, but also because of the fact that you've experienced it. You've gone through having someone in the family with mental illness, and that made your speech so much more significant. I like the logic and the order to your presentation. You started off by saying, like, what is it? Who's affected? What's needed? You then went on to the 5 points discussing what the myths actually were. And you had violence, or are these people dangerous? No, they're not. They're not criminals. The other stigma is, hey, is this thing real, or are they kind of faking it? It's not really an illness. It's not like having a bad heart, just something wrong with your head. That type of stigma associated with it. And then these people must be weak, they can't handle stress, and they just fall apart, which again you debuffed. What was nice about it is all the things that you said were myths that weren't true. You provided us with 2, 3 statements to support the fact that they were not true myths. I had a slight problem with the numbering system. When you started off by saying, here's point 1, here's point 2, here's point 2, here's point 3. So you had 2 2s, and we never got to 5. You may have had a 5, but you didn't say it was 5. I got to 4 things, but I never got to the 5th. It may have been something you said after, but you didn't identify it, which led to a bit of confusion. The notes, you're supposed to try and get away from using notes. I think twice briefly you kind of just peeked at your notes, but that was great. You ended strongly. I love the quote from Clinton. Finally, I just want to say my recommendations. They're really, really simple. Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. You've got the confidence, you've got the knowledge, and I think if you rehearse sufficiently, you'd be able to go up there and you could do it in your sleep. You wouldn't have any reason to look at notes, and it would probably eliminate things like that, the numbering error.